Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. You can see I'm fighting against a Chinese player and options: Amplify, Cost Control, Speed and Sabertooth Specialist. And here I was between Sabertooth Specialist with my 5 badgers or Amplify. Sometimes since I played Hounds, and looking, Amplify is really good for Hounds. You can put them on the 3 starting rounds and they can one-shot crawlers. And that will be my option from my opponent: Missile Spec, Rhino, Supply and Elite Specialist with no Chaff, which I don't like a lot. And it can be good, but I like it more when you start with 3 Chaff units, which this one doesn't. So let's see what will be his choice. He goes for the Rhino Specialist, starting with Sabertooths and Arclights. So he do have something to kill both my Hounds and Steel Balls. Putting small amplify on the Steel Balls would be kinda useless, since Sabertooth has more than enough damage to one-shot them. You see me putting 1 Steel Ball in front here, because this tower. I didn't know if he would sell it or not. He does sell it, but if he didn't and went for the other side for some reason, this could be devastating against my Hounds and Crawlers. So that's the reason of the Steel Ball in front. As you can see, it will be a headbutt. I do move it a little back, so it would still be in front. It has the same speed as the Crawlers, but unfortunately, as you can see, they got insta-locked by the Sabers and he lost 3 right at the start, which is not great, but those 2 do manage to kill one of the Saber. The others here manage to kill the others, so the most annoying units are already dead. Now just need to kill the Arclights. So even with that bad start, I managed to win the first round. Not doing a lot of damage, but my opponent did start with a lot of HP. Here, Assault Scorpion, which is a really good card. I was thinking of maybe grabbing it, but there's also Wasp Swarm, which can be really annoying here. It will be my option. And looking at the opponent backline, he has no protection right now. I will put 1 here in the middle, thinking that maybe if he defends only one of his towers, they will attempt to grab the other. I will put Fangs behind both my towers, protect against his own Wasp Swarm if he ends up grabbing it. Let's quick deploy here. And more Crawlers, which I'm thinking on where to put. I go back and decide to grab Fangs, which I will put in front. They protect against missiles and they stop the Sabertooth from insta-locking my Steel Ball. You can see my opponent went for defensive Wasps and 1 Fang on this tower. So my Wasps will do nothing. I also went for 1 Arclight on this side, which will pull my Steel Balls in here, over there. So no locking on his Sabertooths at the start from those ones. So they do manage to kill this one. Arclight is the next target, which will die, but yeah, my Steel Balls go down now. Only Fangs fighting against the Sabertooth, Fangs fighting Fangs on the other side. And let's speed this. You will see that they fought bravely, but couldn't overcome the high HP of the Sabertooth, almost 15,000 HP. Those other Fangs are shooting at his tower. They do manage to kill it. So 9 seconds of the buff for his Sabertooth, which is moving to my other tower. My Fangs move to his other tower. And the time is running out. Now finally the Saber is coming for my Fangs. But they are running. And end up surviving. As you can see. Both took damage, and I took more damage. Okay, end up going for Rhino Assault, although Missile could also be useful. Even if not that great here. You see that I did got a level on the steel balls here in the back. The ones that went clearing his army from the side, even if he did manage to get the last Sabertooth, which also got a level, which is bad for me. I will go for one Phoenix, because I do need anti-air. You can see my anti-air here is just the late Fangs. So the Phoenix will solve this problem. Rhino here in the back, and Prowlers in front. So, though a pincer assault on his tower, he went for the missile. Which will be kinda bad for me here. And he also went for a deep flank attack here with Arclight and Crawlers. And also Shockwave on his Arclights. So yeah, this will kill it a lot. Shockwave is doing a lot of damage. But tower debuff. The problem is, I did get a tower debuff, but where is my army? It's dead already. So yeah. Rhino is going for the other tower. My Phoenix is still here. So at least one good thing is, even without an army here to fight, I will still win. And even my Rhino survives. So even if I lost the main fight because of Shockwave and that missile, I still won the battle. And more damage. And here, options. None of those is really that good for me. Bunch of level 2 crabs could be useful, but not against him. He has sabers, which one-shot the crabs. So I will go for the Scorpion. Thinking of selling it, but then I will just decide to keep it. At least for one round, because it was offered annoying units in the vortexes, and he could go for it, and I had no DPS on the side. I think maybe the Scorpion can be the DPS for at least one round. My opponent also get his Rhino from the Rhino specialists, and I do need damage to kill the Rhino. So Scorpion can deal it, and on the side I have the level 2 Phoenix, which can also kill a Rhino. You can see that I went for Wasps here to deal with the flank. Although I could have just put on Rhino in here. But my opponent has no answer to Wasps. So then my idea was that the Wasp would kill the flank and then go forward and be annoying. Forgot to click quick deploy. My opponent shows the Raiden and will keep the Raiden, which is a good unit against rounds, which are double attack. You also get the Rhino trying to go for this tower, but look at the Scorpion, one shot the Arclight and will two shot the Rhino. So great job, Scorpion. In here, things are not going that well on the front, but the rest of my army is arriving. And my Phoenixes can kill the Raiden if they don't get destroyed by it. So, won both sides. There's still a few crawlers here, but they are not doing much. Not a lot of damage, but it's more damage. He's half of my HP. Here, none of those look that good for me. I don't like supply enhancement. It takes way too long to pay off. So I'll just skip. The others are also not good for me. Getting levels on my Hounds, which is really important when I'm using chamber compression. So I can kill his sabers and arclights more easily. I will keep the Scorpion because it's my answer to those two units here. I will grab one Hound to deal with the crawlers. Let's click quick deploy. You can see what the opponent's doing. Also going for extra crawlers here. Defense enhancement. And I will go for one Farseer as safety against this Ayer in case he manages to snipe my Phoenixes, but not the best choice in my opinion now, looking back. It doesn't do a lot. I should have just maybe tried to invest on Phoenixes, but I was worried that he would go for Fortress with AA. So that's why I always worried about going Phoenixes, because I don't have the double defensive attack in here. Fight fortresses. Here I put healing on his rider, so it was more annoying than before, even if it still died. It was also more sharp. He sniped my Phoenix, not sniped, there was no army on the ground. So the Phoenixes will manage to kill the Wasps too and on both sides. The main difference is range on the Arclight. And suddenly I'm losing by quite a bit. Lost 1300 HP. Here, underground threat looked like the best one. Others are not very useful for me. So underground threat right in the middle. Although maybe I'll change it here. Looking back here would be better. Let's activate quick deploy. You see me going for more Hounds because I am having a shaft clear problem. Chamber compression does not help with shaft clear, it's also worse than shaft clears. I'm putting one missile here to reduce the amount of frontline crawlers, and maybe I can get the first shot on his big units with my Hounds. More Hounds here, sold my Scorpion, put one Phoenix, so level 2 Phoenix on this side. This round I basically grabbed level 2 Hounds and level 2 Phoenix. You can see that he is going for Wasps in here. I'm going for Crawlers in the middle, Wasps in the back. But Missile and Mustangs, so he is protected. And I got destroyed here. You can see Arclights with Shockwave obliterate Fangs. The Mustangs were problematic for my Phoenixes. And I lost even worse than last time. Yeah, things are not looking great. Here we get units. And I go for the 5 badgers, which I will put right in front of his army and trigger Scorching Shard. So my idea is they will help me with shaft clear. I am not thinking that I am shaft clearing fast enough. I'm putting a missile here to deal with this flank faster. And also, since I have Farseers, I'm going for Photon Emission to help me with my shaft surviving longer. So Subterranean and Blitz and Photon Emission. So now my shaft is really tanky compared to before. it will last more than double the amount of shots from the arc lights. Fire here, helping clear his shaft. Score. You can see Rhino died. He also went for 5 badgers and went for full shaft clear attacks. So range and squashing, which was kinda strange to see. So I was winning the left, but the right still losing, even if my air is surviving. My heirs are the last one to die. Wasp dying here. Phoenix is still shooting at his units. Phoenix on this side still alive. But Crawler's here to annoy them. And let us speed this. But it was a step on the right direction, as you can see. And we'll lose by less than last time. So still taking quite a bit of damage because of this. Here, none of those look really good for me. I don't have big units to put those on. I could get an amplifying core and put on a Phoenix, but I don't need that much more damage on them. I just need them to connect on the right targets. There is no big HP unit in here. So I will just skip. You see me leveling Hounds, grabbing one more Farseer. Grab the 5 Badger first, then grab Elite, I think. Yeah, Elite Recruit, Farseer level 2. See me going for Farseer Hound and 1 5 Badger, so now I have 5 Badgers on all 3 fronts where his shaft is coming from. The idea being to help me shaft clear at the start. And missile in here, but he put crawlers in front. And he was worried about the fire, because he went Hounds and will use 2 deployments on Hounds with sprinklers. Even put shield. He's also putting amplifying core on one of his level 2 5 badgers. I still have no tax on the Phoenixes. But you can see, winning the left and kind of winning the right too. The Wasps arriving to distract his Raiden. Phoenixes managed to do their job, and victory for me. So the double defense enhancement with getting my full army with photon coating helped a lot on my shaft surviving a little longer. Here I will go for the smoke, even if he will probably shoot, but if he does not, the smoke is devastating. So smoke in here. Farseer getting level. Highest damage are the Phoenixes, 66,000 and 32,000. Using a missile in here again. I will put shields around my army because he has a missile back. But I will completely forget that there is this level 3 Wasp here, which is a very good target for missile, but I simply can't shoot, there is that fact too. And it's 300 to buy energy shields to save them. I could sell. It's an option. Maybe it's what I should have done. Let's make quick deploy, almost forgot. So you can see shields. My opponent starts with shields, so yeah, my smoke is not going to be that great. Although you can see the middle is hitting. So it won't be useless. You can see he's investing on his Mustangs. But Mustangs are not the best against what I have. Especially since I can't click armor enhancement. Which I should do soon. It will be great against Mustangs and 5 Badgers. You can see I still losing this side more or less. Actually managed to kill most of his units. One Mustang here left shooting at my Phoenix. One the left again. And the middle this time also. And I had just enough to win, so no armor. It would be my choice for the next round. Considering he was investing now on Mustangs, getting attacks on them, getting more of them, my next stack would be armor on the Hounds to counter both 5 Badgers and Mustangs. And also the Shockwave, because armor reduces the damage of the Shockwave. And level 2 Hounds or more take 0 damage from the Shockwave with armor. What I could probably start investing to is Phoenix. Range enhancements, launcher overload would help them a lot. Although I don't really need the Phoenixes if my Hounds survive longer, because with chamber compression they can do a lot of damage. But that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.